this is the second video. The first we saw the system as it's completed, and now we're going to go through the steps for putting this together. First step is to take these posts, the forward posts and the back posts and the forward posts, while they're by the container, before they get onto the field, and we attach our C clamps to them such that when we come to install them, they can't drop to the bottom. Very important. We don't want any of these poles arriving on site after we've drilled the holes, after we put in the ground screws, without having this in place. So the first step in it is putting together these poles. After we've done that, we mark the positioning for the ground screws according to plan. After we've marked the positions, we check our markings with diagonals, and then we drill the ground screws, and we check once again with diagonal. It's good to know ahead of time if we are experiencing some type of a variation from what we have planned to build. After we've drilled the ground screws, we come and we put in our poles, and we adjust it so that it's about 2 feet, which is what it's supposed to be according to plan, and the back pole accordingly. And then we hold it in place temporarily with our cone screws, and we take a diagonal or a curve line and we place it across the top here, and we make sure that we have our 12 degrees plus minus 1 degree, and that we're as close as we can be to our 2 feet there. And we do this with all of them, and then we run a string line across the top of the whole row, not just one table, to make sure that all of our front poles on average are going to give us our 2 feet, or 1.97 feet. 2 feet will be fine. So we want with the string line to ensure that we have an average of 2 feet across the whole row. Now that we have, using a string line, we have they're all in line at the average of the height that it's supposed to be, front and back, and we have a 12 degree on all of them. We tighten the cone screws tightly, and we then install the beams. The beams are going to be put onto across the top, and both the top and the bottom, and then we perform once more a diagonal check.
Diagonal.
Okay. Then we perform once more a diagonal check, and once we have done that, we can then start to install the purlins. The purlins fit only one place on the beam, but we pay attention to where we have the purlin attached in the longitudinal position. And once those are in place, we can then attach our load sharing piece, and only after that do we attach our diagonal. And that is it. The modules themselves will be attached using our clamp. The clamp has only one position in the purlin. That is proper for the module being used, and then each module is attached on either side of the purlin.